today. From
the shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The numbers for Williams a week ago, 22 carries, 126 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Throwing on first down, Barnett.
This one swung out to Williams.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Got his man, it's Dulcich.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Williams. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Barnett.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 19 carries, 78 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And he goes out right around the 39.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurts.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Now Montgomery running right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he finds Montgomery complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
A give to Williams, running right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Barnett. And Cooks has it over the middle.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Barnett.
He finds his man, Sky Moore.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Barnett
finds Dulcich out left side. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. The Broncos at 7-2 here on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Off play action. Barnett.
Same connection. Dulcich once again.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw again. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into third and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd down, Barnett. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6.
Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich.
And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Ooh, with a juke.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Bears take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
But the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up for the 1st and goal.
They'll set up a throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Bears have taken the lead.
They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Oftentimes, if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Looking to throw on second down. Barnett. And that's complete to Cooks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down now, but that clock rolling.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Moore.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Barnett. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw on second down, Barnett.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Operating from the gun, Barnett. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they needed 2, they could only get 1. 4th down. Here we go with Williams. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We start with 2 teams that played for the AFC Championship in years gone by. The Chargers traveling to Pittsburgh, and they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. The Steelers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. The Dolphins looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. The Bills trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Hurts.
High throw, but he makes the catch.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Barnett, and he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Back to throw. Barnett. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 23. 51 yards on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now back to throw.
Hitting Juju on the slant.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Hurts. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wilson's got it complete.
And he will have the Bears 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And they'll get him down right around the 16. from the 16. Hurts. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Nice job understanding the situation. Third and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a fourth down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Barnett.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
On third down, Barnett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, the Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 38, Hurts. Caught by Wilson. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense on third down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Denver's offense now set to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Throwing on 1st down. Barnett complete on the quick throw to Moore. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now a give up the middle to Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Barnett. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Barnett. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. A nice little juke. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Ball again on second down.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall.
And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll give to Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle they go. It's Sherman, and he'll get it down to the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
On first down, right back to Hall.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. A run with a fullback. It's Ben Mason.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Give to Hall running right.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away.
Sly able to put this one through.
And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
On 1st and 10, Barnett.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Barnett. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. To throw on third down. Barnett, he's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at FedEx Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7.
Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Bears, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Denver, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming